Welcome to another episode of MD After Dark. This is the first time that we are in person doing this and not separated 2 hours or just 10 minutes. So yeah, we are live in Andre's crib. So, of course, I'm Michael Hearn, of course, with Andre Tanner here. So, Dre, are you drained today?
No, not after what we just had to go through. I'm not.
Yeah, as we had some technical difficulties because we recorded the first half an hour part of our podcast, but then all of a sudden we ran out of storage. So this is take 2.
Yeah, we have to do it through this app instead of on the camera because for some reason it takes up 13 it's a gigabyte per minute on your phone. But if you go through the app, it's like literally 1 gigabyte for an hour, which makes no sense.
Yeah, that is very interesting indeed. And yeah,
So
stuff doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, since we've already done 1/2 an hour of this podcast, we're going to try to speed through this because I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
Don't we all?
But we will get this content out for you guys, and it's going to be good. So we are starting with
the NBA.
Our first game of the day. The Pistons, just kidding, the Pacers beat the Nets 108-103.
Wait, this was last night. This was Saturday.
What?
Yeah, you're on Saturday.
Bro, what?
It is
well,
11.
At least I got one team, right?
It is 11:42 right now, so we are tending to make mistakes right now.
Yeah. The Magic beat the Lakers today 118-106. What? The Magic were led by Franz Wagner with 32 points and 9 assists. Paulo Banchero with 30 points, 7 rebounds. Anthony Black also had 17 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope chipped in 9, and Wendell Carter chipped in 8 rebounds and 12 points. The Lakers were led by nobody else but Luka Doncic with 32 points and then 7 and 7. LeBron had 24, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Dorian Finney-Smith with 14 and 7 rebounds. And Austin Reeves with 18 points and 6 rebounds. Overall, Lakers and Magic both shot around 47%. They both shot around 30% from the three-point line. And then the Magic shot a little bit better from the free throw line, 82-78. And then rebounding battle was about the same, 43-39. The Magic won, and then they turned the ball over 2 less times than the Lakers. Not that big of a deal. Our second game was the Pacers, I got that right this time, versus the Timberwolves. Pacers were led by Tyrese Haliburton with 24 and 11 assists, double-double. Aaron Nesmith with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Obi Toppin with a 20-point game. TJ McConnell 10. Benedict Mathurin with 11 and 6 rebounds. And then Pascal Siakam with 14 points and 6 rebounds. The Timberwolves were led by Naz Reid with 20 points. Rudy Gobert with 16 points, 16 rebounds. 16 assists for Rudy Gobert would be crazy. 16 rebounds with a double-double. Anthony Edwards with 17 points. Julius Randle with 9. Dante DiVincenzo with 9. And then Jalen Clark with 6. Nickeil Alexander-Walker with 6. And Jaden McDaniels with 6. Overall, they both shot 48% from the field. Pacers shot 37% to the Timberwolves 25% from the three-point line. And the Timberwolves struggled, shooting 60% from the free throw line. And the Pacers shot 100%. Timberwolves turned the ball over 17 times, and the Pacers only turned it over 11 times. So yeah, that's probably why they lost. Our next game is the Raptors and the Wizards. The Raptors were led by Jakob Poeltl with 21 points, 11 rebounds with a double-double. Emmanuel Quickley with 21 points, 7 assists. Jamison Battle with 11 points. Scotty Barnes with 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. And then Jamal Shed with 14 points. Ochai Agbaji chipped in 9, as well as Jonathan Magbo with 8 points, 11 rebounds, and A.J. Lawson with 8 points. Wizards were led by Jordan Poole with 23 points. Carlton Carrington with 15 points, 11 rebounds. Alex Sarr with 16 points. A.J. Johnson with 17 points and 6 rebounds. Former Buck acquired in the Chris Middleton trade, who had 9 points.
I roll.
And then Tristan Vucevic with 11 points. Overall, both teams shot around 40% and just below 30% for both teams from the three-point line. And then they both shot below 75% from the free throw line. The Raptors destroyed on the rebounds, 60-48 though, and turned the ball over 5 less times, 17-12. Remember, kids, don't turn the ball over, as Michael would say.
Yep. As I said in previous recording, but then that got cut out.
Yeah.
I roll.
Our next game is the Dallas Mavericks, who defeated the Brooklyn Nets 120-101. Najee Marshall led the way off the bench with 22 points, as well as Brandon Williams with 15 and 5 rebounds off the bench. And then Spencer Dinwiddie with a double-double, 16 points, 12 rebounds. Again, 12 rebounds for Spencer Dinwiddie would be weird. 12 assists. 13 points for Kai Jones and 9 rebounds. Anthony Davis with 12 points and 6 rebounds in his return. And then P.J. Washington with 16 points. And then Max Christie as well off the bench had 10 points. And then the Nets were led by Nick Claxton with 19 points, 7 rebounds. Cameron Johnson with 17 points, 8 assists. Keon Johnson with 8 points, with Jalen Wilson with 8 points. Day'Ron Sharpe with 10 points, 7 rebounds. And Trendon Watford with 12 points. And then Noah Clowney and Tyrese Martin both had 6, and Maxwell Lewis had 9, as Zaire Williams also had 6. Overall, both teams shot just about 50% from the field, a little bit over. Both teams shot 33% from the three-point line. And, again, both teams shot 75% for the Mavericks and 71% from the Nets, a little bit lower than 75%. Rebounding battle is about the same, and the Nets turned the ball over 18 times compared to the Mavericks 10. So that's a problem. And then the Pelicans beat the 76ers 112-99. 76ers were without Quentin Grimes, so they're obviously not going to win. The 76ers were led by Karlo Matkovic with 19 points and 8 rebounds. Antonio Reeves with 17 points off the bench. And then Yves Missy, rookie out of Baylor, with 16 points and 9 rebounds. Kelly Olynyk, 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists with a double-double. And then Keon Brooks Jr. making his first NBA start with 10 points. Jose Alvarado, Jordan Hawkins both had 9 points. And then Alfred Payton, 14 assists. That is crazy. 76ers were led by Jared Butler and Justin Edwards, both who had 19. Chuma Okeke and Gershon Yabusele both had 12, as well as Jeff Dowden. And then 8 points for Ricky Council, 9 for Jalen Hood-Schifino, and Dem Bona with 6. And then Marcus Bagley, who played 18 minutes tonight, 2 points. Overall, 76ers shot 39% to the Pelicans 49. 76ers shot 33% from the three-point line compared to the Pelicans 43%. And then both teams shot 89% and 84% from the free throw line. Pelicans destroyed the rebounding battle with 51 compared to the 37. And then the 76ers turned the ball over 16 times compared to the 11 of the Pelicans. Bro. There we go. And then the Chicago Bulls got a win. They were led by Kobe White, obviously, 37 points. Josh Giddey, 26 points, 9 rebounds. 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Triple-double watch. 14 points from Dalen Terry and Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith, 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Nikola Vucevic with 13. Matas Buzelis with 10. Kevin Huerter with 9. And, of course, Patrick Williams with 6. Not surprised. The Nuggets were led by Jamal Murray and Peyton Watson. Jamal Murray had 28 points. And then Peyton Watson had 24 and 6. Jamal Murray had a double-double. Never mind, that's Russell Westbrook with 14 and 10. And then DeAndre Jordan also had a double-double with 17 rebounds and 10 points. Michael Porter Jr. chipped in 16, and Zeke Naji with 7 points. Overall, Bulls shot 49% to the Nuggets 47. 3-point line, Bulls shot 43 to the Nuggets 30. 84% from the free throw line for the Bulls. 66% for the Nuggets. Bulls got dominated on the rebounds, 52-43, but turned the ball over 2 less times. And then our final 2 games, which just ended, so Michael doesn't even know how they ended yet. I'm going to keep it a secret, at least for the next one. The Celtics beat the Kings 113-95. Jason Tatum led the way with 25, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Peyton Pritchard with 22 points, 5 rebounds. Kristaps Porzingis with 16 points, 8 rebounds. And Derek White with 12 points and 8 assists. Luke Cornett chipped in 13 with 8 rebounds. And then for the Kings, they were led by DeMar DeRozan with 20 points, 10 assists with a double-double. Domantas Sabonis, 16 points, 17 rebounds. Keon Tyrese Ellis with 14 points. Zach LaVine as well with 14 points. And Markelle Fultz with 8. Overall, both teams shot 45% from the field. Celtics shot 38% compared to the Kings 33% from the three-point line. Celtics shot 60% from the free throw line compared to the Kings 81%. Both teams had 45 rebounds, and the Celtics turned the ball over 4 less times, 14-10. And our final game of the day, the Milwaukee Bucks faced the Phoenix Suns, but sadly lost 106-108.
Dang it.
The Suns were led by Kevin Durant with 38 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Nick Richards with a double-double, 10 and 10. Ryan Dunn with a almost double-double, 12 points, 9 rebounds. Devin Booker, triple-double watch, 19 points, 12 assists, 7 rebounds. Colin Gillespie with 6 points. Tyus Jones, 8 points. Oso Ighodaro, 4. Cody Martin, 5. And then Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal both had 3. The Bucks were led by Giannis Antetokounmpo with 31 points, 10 rebounds. Brook Lopez double-double, 23 points, 10 rebounds. And then Gary Trent with 19 and Kyle Kuzma with 15. Overall, both teams shot around 46% from the field. Bucks shot 30% from the three-point line to the Suns 39%. Now, this is where the Bucks could have won the game. 20 for 29 from the free throw line compared to the Suns 16 for 18. And they also got dominated on the rebounds, 52-36, which means Giannis had 10 of their 36 rebounds, and they actually turned the ball over 7 times compared to the Suns' 16. You are not supposed to lose a game when you turn the ball over 9 less times. But yeah, that is all. And then we have the NHL games for today, which will be done by Michael Hernan himself.
Yeah, overall, not a good day to be a Wisconsin/Minnesota sports fan. Because for the Minnesota people out there, your Timberwolves and the Wild lost today, which really kind of sucks too. And then, of course, as a Wisconsin fan, not only did the Bucks lose, but the Pacers also won. So now we're 2 games back behind the Pacers for the 4th place spot in the Eastern Conference. What am I talking about the Wild losing, though? Yes, the Wild lost again. They lost against the Dallas Stars 3-0. And if you watched last night's podcast episode, you would know that I said that the Minnesota Wild struggle against the Dallas Stars, especially against Jake Ottinger. We cannot get a puck across Jake Ottinger. We just never could. So before we get to Jake Ottinger's stat line, let's take a look at the Dallas Stars stat line first. So scoring goals for the Dallas Stars today, Matt Duchene, Wyatt Johnston, and Mason Marchment all recorded goals for the Stars today. And then recording assists were Rope Hintz, who had 2 of them. And then also Jamie Benn, Mikael Granlund, Thomas Harley, and Mikko Rantanen all recorded assists for the Dallas Stars today. And then, of course, the MVP of the night was Jake Ottinger.
100% saves.
32 saves. Of the 32 saves attempts. And, yeah, just another masterclass of a performance for Jake Ottinger. Jake Ottinger is my sleep paralysis demon. I swear to goodness. Every time the Minnesota Wild play against him, we can't get a puck across.
And you know what? So Michael doesn't have to do it. The Wild were led by Matt Boldy with 7 shots on goal. How do you shoot it 7 times and not put it in the net?
Jake Ottinger has our number, and he should definitely, he is probably a part-time owner of the Minnesota Wild. It's kind of sad to know. And of course, the Dallas Stars used to be a Minnesota sports franchise as well. Used to be the Minnesota North Stars. So until they left in the 1990s and 2000s. Like you would know last night, because I said that last night as well. But anyways, for the Minnesota Wild, Philip Gustafsson did not have himself a bad night. He had 26 saves out of 28 saves attempts, only allowing 2 goals allowed, since one of the goals scored by the Dallas Stars was an empty netter. And Gustafsson had the save percentage of .928. So not a bad night for Gustafsson, but the offense was just not there. And me personally, as a Minnesota Wild fan, we're just waiting for Kirill Kaprizov come back. We're just waiting for him to get healthy. Once he gets healthy, we're ready to go. But meanwhile, we're still waiting for the day that Kaprizov comes back to this Minnesota Wild team. I've been waiting forever at this point. Seems like forever, but it's only been like a month or two. But anyways, back to other NHL action. So, my opinion, the game of the night from across both leagues, the Blue Jackets defeated the Islanders 4-3 in a shootout today. Scoring goals for the Columbus Blue Jackets today is Adam Fantilli, Boone Jenner, and Kirill Marchenko, who all scored goals today for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Assisting today was Sean Monahan, who had 2 assists today. Dante Fabro, Elvis Merzlikins, and Ivan Provorov also assisted for the Blue Jackets today. And in net today was Elvis Merzlikins, who had 30 saves out of 33 saves attempts, allowing 3 goals and having a .909 saving percentage. And then meanwhile, looking at the Isles, they were scoring goals today for the Isles were Pierre Engvall, Anders Lee, and Kyle Palmieri, all scoring for the Islanders today. And then assisting for the Isles, Adam Bogvist had 2 assists. Meanwhile, Tony DeAngelo, Bo Horvat, Ryan Pollock, and Mike Riley all assisted for the New York Islanders as well. In net today for the Isles was Ilya Sorokin, who had 27 saves out of 30 save attempts, allowing 3 goals, of course, allowing the loss in the shootout period as well, and had a save percentage of .900 on the night. So again, the Columbus Blue Jackets take down the New York Islanders to keep place in that Eastern wildcard, which we will get into in a moment because it's about that time of year again. And our next game, this game also ended in a shootout. The Vancouver Canucks took down the New Jersey Devils 4-3 in a shootout. The Canucks scoring for the goals were Pius Suter, Connor Garland, Jonathan Lekkerimaki. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I'm going to try that name again. Jonathan Lekkerimaki. That sounds better. Alright, and then assisting for the Canucks today were Pius Suter, Nils Aman, Jake DeBrusk, and Derek Forbort, as well as Marcus Peterson. And then in net today for the Canucks was Thatcher Demko, who had 22 saves out of 25 save attempts, allowing 3 goals and having an .880 save percentage. Not the greatest night for Demko, but I think Canucks fans can appreciate him being back. Thatcher Demko, he's been back for a little bit now, but he's healthy. The Canucks just won a big game tonight. Meanwhile, for the Devils, they were led by Timo Meier, who had 2 goals on the night. Also scoring for the Devils was Eric Haula, having a goal for himself. And then assisting tonight for the Devils, Jesper Bratt, Brendan Dillon, and Brian Dumoulin. Also, Nico Hisshire and Dawson Mercer also assisting for the Devils tonight. In net for the Devils was Jacob Markstrom, who had 25 saves out of 28 saves attempts, allowing 3 goals, plus the loss in the shootout, and then having an .893 save percentage. So anyways, the Canucks, huge win on the road to keep in pace with the West wildcard, which we will get to later as well. And then the final game...
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, the final game of the night, Andre got.
The Red Wings defeated the Utah Hockey Club 5-1. Alex, how do you say it? DeBrincat, former Blackhawk, had a goal and an assist. Simon Edvidson had 2 assists. Patrick Kane, they updated it. Patrick Kane has an assist now. He did not have an assist earlier. Marco Casper with a goal. Tyler Mott with a goal as well. Craig Smith with assist. Elmer Soderblom with 1 goal. Vladimir Tarasenko with an assist. And Austin Watson with a goal. Yeah, and I will get to their goalie after I do Utah. Utah was led by Dylan Gunther with a goal, and then Clayton Keller and Logan Cooley both had assists. Let's just say the Utah Hockey Club's goalie struggled. 9 for 13 with 4 goals allowed and then an open net goal. And then overall, the Red Wings, they had a good night. 941 save percentage, 16 out of 17 with 1 goal allowed. And of course, they put in Peter Mrazek to rub it in my face. They won. But yeah, other than that, we will get to the standings. Michael, you can do all of it.
All right.
Make it a little bit jazzy, so we can. Yeah.
Alrighty. So how the NHL standings works is that
he's better at this than me. I tried to do it last time, so it's probably a good thing that he's doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. So anyways, how the NHL standings work for people that do not know. So there's total of 4 divisions in 2 conferences, of course, 2 divisions in each conference. So the top 3 in each division each get playoff spots, and then there are 2 wild card spots available for each conference. And of course, and then the top 2 teams Don't hurt me, please. Spare me. Alright, so anyways, the division winners will take on the wildcard teams in the playoffs, determined by point standings.
Go.
So anyways, and then of course there is the President's Cup Trophy. The President's Cup Trophy goes to the NHL team to the best team in the NHL by points wise, or by record standings. But anyways, so if the season ended today, the President's Cup Trophy would go to the Washington Capitals, who currently have 102 points, the current record of 47, 15, and 8, and they would be the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Having the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference would be the Florida Panthers, who currently have 43, 25, and 3, having 89 points. And then placing 3rd right now in the Eastern Conference is the Carolina Hurricanes. They are currently 43, 23, and 4 with 90 points right now. The Panthers would get the 2 seed over the Hurricanes because the Panthers are currently winning their division. And then the 4th seed will be the Toronto Maple Leafs, or right now 4th is the Toronto Maple Leafs. They are 42 and 25 and 3 with 87 points. And 5th is the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are 40 and 25 and 5, who currently have 85 points. And then 6th is the New Jersey Devils, who are 37 and 28 and 7, who currently have 81 points. And then this is where things get a little jazzy, as Dre would say. So right now, holding the first wildcard spot is the Ottawa Senators. They are 37 and 27 and 5, currently have 79 points. And then holding the last wildcard spot is the Montreal Canadiens, who are 33 and 27 and 9, and currently have 75 points. And then a point back from the Canadiens for that final wildcard spot are both the New York teams, the Islanders and the Rangers. The Isles are 32 and 28 and 10, currently have 74 points, and the Rangers are 34 and 31 and 6, who currently have 74 points. And then the Columbus Blue Jackets are 2 points behind the Canadiens for the final wildcard spot. They are currently 32 and 29 and 9, currently have 73 points. 3 points back of the Habs are Detroit Red Wings. The Habs are another nickname for the Canadiens. So the Red Wings are 33 and 31 and 6, currently having 72 points. And then the Boston Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins are both 6 points back from the Canadiens from the final wildcard spot. The Bruins are 30, 33, and 9, and the Penguins are 29, 32, and 11, both having 69 points. And then the Philadelphia Flyers are 28 and 35 and 9, having 65 points right now, which are 10 points behind Montreal. And then the Buffalo Sabres are 28, 35, and 6 with 62 points, who are 13 points behind the Canadiens. So that's what the standings look like in the Eastern Conference. And then moving on to the Western Conference. right now the number 1 seed in the West would be the Winnipeg Jets, who are currently 48 and 19 and 4, who have a total of 100 points. And then second in the West will be the Vegas Golden Knights, who currently lead the Pacific Division, who are 42 and 20 and 8, who are currently having 92 points. And then third right now in the West are the Dallas Stars, who are 45 and 21 and 4 with 94 points. And then in fourth would be the Los Angeles Kings, who are 39, 21 and 9 with 87 points. The Oilers are tied with the Kings right now. They are 41, 24, 5 with 87 points. So because the Kings and Oilers are in the same division, they would face each other in the playoffs if they start today. And then the Stars and the Avalanche, who are 6th in the West, would currently play each other in the playoffs if the playoffs start today because, again, the same division. But the Colorado Avalanche would be the 4 seed. Right now, they are 43, 25, and 3 with 89 points. And then looking at the wild card standings, my Minnesota Wild are hanging in there right now. We're 40 and 26 and 5 with 85 points, currently holding the top wild card spot. We're just hanging in there for right now. And then holding the last wild card spot is the St. Louis Blues, who are 37, 20 and 7 with 81 points. And then fighting for the wild card spots right now that are out of the playoffs if they start today. The Vancouver Canucks are 3 points behind the Blues, currently sitting at 33, 26, and 12 with 78 points. And then the Calgary Flames are 4 points behind the Blues. Right now they are 33 and 25 and 11 with 77 points. We got a Diddy alert here. Nice to see a Diddy appearance. The Utah Hockey Club are 6 points behind the Blues, who are 32 and 20 and 11 with 75 points. The Anaheim Ducks right now are 13 points behind the Blues. Right now they are 30 and 32 and 8 with 68 points. The Seattle Kraken are 30 and 36 and 5 with 65 points, which are 16 behind the Blues. And then the Nashville Predators are 26 and 38 or 36 and 8. They have 60 points right now, which is 21 back of the Blues. And then Dre's Chicago Blackhawks.
We're not last. They're not last.
Yeah, right now they are 21 and 41 and 9, currently 51 points, which are 30 points back of the Blues. And then right now the worst team in the NHL is the San Jose Sharks, who are currently 19 and 42 and 9 with 47 points, which is a whopping 34 points behind the St. Louis Blues.
How many points do you get per win?
Oh, yeah. So the point system works. So you get 2 points for a win, 1 point for an overtime loss, and then 0 for a regular loss. So that is your look at the NHL standings.
How many games are left for the Blackhawks if they played 71?
If they played 71 games, they have 11 remaining.
So it's like the NBA?
Yeah.
So that's 22 points. They still couldn't even get in the playoffs if they won out. That's so bad.
Yeah. That is. Yeah, so it looks like the Blackhawks are eliminated for the playoffs.
No!
As well as the Sharks. I think.
The thing is, the Blackhawks are the most winningest Chicago team since I've been alive. But yeah, I didn't ever watch hockey until like last year. So
because of me.
Yeah.
I started watching hockey when I was a sophomore in high school. I mean, I watched a little bit, like I was a Wild fan, like back when I was like 5th grade or 6th grade.
Bro.
But then I just...
You don't even know what a hockey puck was in 5th grade.
Exactly. I just knew about the Wild because while I was watching the Bucks, I saw Wild advertisement games on there. So I thought, hey, I've become a Wild fan. And then years go by, I thought about becoming the Kraken fan because they're an expansion franchise, but no, I stuck with Minnesota.
Then you have an expansion team for Wisconsin. I'd still not like them. If they added that's a good question. If they added a Wisconsin expansion team, would you switch up?
That is a very good question. Maybe it just depends on what team, what Wisconsin would be in conference. Because if Wisconsin, the hockey team is
like if they were in the Western Conference, would you like them? Because they're not in the Wilds.
I don't know. I don't know. That's
Well, they
hard.
wouldn't even be in the West. Oh, I guess.
If Wisconsin's in the East, I would both root for the Wild and for Wisconsin. But if they're in the West, I mean, you can't root for the same teams in your same division. So
They're not. That's what I'm saying. Oh.
I mean,
Well, I thought this was the West.
No, this is the East.
So yeah, if they were in the East, would you root for them?
Yes, I would.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's the point I was trying to make. I mixed it up.
Yeah, that's why I would really like to see a hockey team in Wisconsin, but yeah, I've dedicated myself to the Minnesota Wild fan these past 4 years, so we'll see. We'll see. I think it's highly unlikely for them to get an expansion franchise, but you never know. I think Houston is probably the front runner to get.
Dude, they need to bring a team back to Arizona. The Coyotes were crazy.
Yeah, sadly, the ownership ruined them there.
Well, yeah, now they're Utah Hockey Club.
Yeah, I think if Arizona gets a really good, solid owner, they would definitely stay in Arizona. But because
they just care about money and like, oh, they're not going to give us a new stadium. Okay, well, we're moving.
Yeah, that was a Coyote disaster in the desert. I'll just say that. So yeah, I just want to quickly go through the college basketball slate. I know March Madness did not happen today, but there was another college basketball tournament going on right now that I just want to take a little peek at. So for you CBI fans,
just for today.
Yeah,
was there even any games today?
The college basketball invitational happened today.
There was none today.
There was. Wait, why does it say March 23rd?
There was none today.
Or excuse me. Oh yeah, so we're gonna take a look at the college basketball invitational scores. If this loads up.
Whoa, what the?
The CBI. Yeah, so for you CBI fans, you came to the right episode because we're just gonna go over CBI.
Well, Northwestern ain't even playing any playoff. They probably didn't want to hurt anybody else. They're out. Oh.
Yeah, for real. So, anyways, in today's action, Incarnate Word defeated Jacksonville 87-71. Florida Gulf Coast defeated Army 68-65, and then Queens lost
to Cleveland State.
Yeah, Cleveland State defeated Queens today 88-73.
They got a document.
Yeah.
With the bracket.
Yeah, so looking at the bracket. So games will continue tomorrow on ESPNU, so we can actually watch some CBI. Because they were originally on Flow Hoops.
What is that?
Yeah, it's like this. It's a subscription service anyway. So tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Illinois State will take on Incarnate Word on ESPNU, and then Florida Gulf Coast will take on Cleveland State at 9 o'clock on ESPNU. So the CBI semifinals.
Yo, my prediction... Hold on. Nope. We gotta check something. No, I got Illinois State winning. Because I just got... Oh, wait. Or should I go Cleveland State? I just want you... If UIW wins, I won't be happy.
Incarnate Word.
Ain't nobody want Incarnate Word to win, bro.
Did you know before Cam Ward went to Miami?
Miami. I know, he went to Incarnate Word.
Yeah. Interesting fact of the day. Oh yeah, Zach Calzada played at Incarnate Word too, and now he's transferring to Kentucky.
Is that the Cal guy?
No, Calzada played before Incarnate Word. He played for Texas A&M.
Who was the Cal quarterback?
Jack Plummer. Fernando Mendoza.
That guy. Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Oh, college basketball news. Michael called this in like the second episode of the podcast.
I did.
Tucker DeVries committed to Indiana. But my favorite part is Mackenzie Mgbako is transferring out of Indiana. The stud sophomore. He's transferring to somewhere else. Incoming Northwestern Wildcat. Probably not. He's not going to Northwestern.
You can only dream, right?
Literally.
Yeah.
If they got him and then the recruits they're bringing in, bro, they'd be demons.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was CBI update. So, yeah, I know March Madness is taking a little break, so fill it in with college basketball invitational CBI. Oh, boy, yes, it is.
All right.
So, now we're going to move on to our next activity. So the MLB season is coming around the corner. Of course, the Tokyo series was last week. The Dodgers swept the Cubs in that series. Sorry, Dre. But, anyways, opening day, the official opening day is Thursday. Looking forward to it. So why not we do a little bit of MLB predictions? All right, so
Cubs 160-2, undefeated in the playoffs, World Series champions.
preview of getting to that. So, anyways, we're gonna go by division, and then we'll probably predict the playoffs as well, because why not? So, anyways, we're gonna start with the AL East because you should start in the AL East, because why not? So, we're basically gonna go back and forth. We're gonna name our first place, and then we're gonna go name our second place each. So, anyways, I will start things off. I have the New York Yankees winning the AL East again. Dre, who do you have winning the AL East?
Baltimore Orioles. I don't care if their pitching staff's horrible. They got too many good hitters to lose to the Yankees again.
Yeah, I could definitely see that too. I think it's between the Yankees and Orioles who's going to win the AL East. If you would say the Orioles, I would not be mad at all. But I have the Baltimore Orioles in second place in the AL East.
And I have the Yankees in second place.
Okay, so yeah, the Yankees and Orioles are basically interchangeable. Maybe not Andre's mind, but at least my mind. I don't know what you guys think. Third place, I got the Boston Red Sox. What about you?
I have the Toronto Blue Jays.
Interesting. Yeah, so it is Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s contract here, so hopefully that'll be a motivator. But my fourth place team is the Toronto Blue Jays.
My fourth place team is the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, the Tampa Bay. The Boston Red Sox, disrespect.
Hey!
Fifth place, I got the Tampa Bay Rays.
I have the Boston Red Sox.
And honestly, I could see 3 through 5 being interchangeable as well. Dude, the AL East is going to be a slugfest.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it's
you
going to
can
be...
see 4 teams go to the playoffs this year.
Exactly. It's going to be a competitive division. It's going to be...
The Rays... Ha-Seong Kim is going to be a 20 home run, 20 stolen base guy this season just because he plays for the Rays now.
And here's the thing. I don't have any disrespect towards the Rays. It's just the division is just that good. I could see every team finishing around 500 or above. Dude, the AL East is crazy this
All I'm going to say is the Cubs turned Christopher Morel into Kyle Tucker. I know I had to get rid of Cam Smith, but oh well, we got Kyle Tucker. I don't even care.
Alright, so next up we're going to do the AL Central. So I'll go first again. I have the Kansas City Royals winning it this year.
I have the Cleveland Guardians.
Okay, I was thinking going Guardians too, but then I think that Josh Naylor loss really...
They just got Christian Walker.
Did the Astros get Walker?
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That wasn't a trade. They just signed him. Man, I don't even know who their first baseman is. Oh, it's the guy they got from the Rays. He's like a second-year guy. I don't remember his name, but I still have the Guardians going first.
All right, and then second place, I have the Guardians in second place.
I have the Royals in second place.
See, it could be interchangeable again. And then third place, I have the Tigers.
I also have the Tigers in third place.
Fourth, I got the Twins.
I also have the Twins in fourth place.
And fifth, we got the White Sox. I got the White Sox.
I also have the White Sox.
We can both agree that the White Sox are just going to be an atrocious mess this year.
Yep.
Except for Luis Robert Jr. is the only bright spot on that team.
The only two I think are interchangeable are third and fourth. I feel like the Tigers and the Twins could fight for. But yeah, I still have the Guardians winning in my mind.
The Tigers, they did make it to the divisional series, but my thing is, can they stay consistent the entire year? And the Twins, of course, had that nasty collapse at the end of the year.
Yeah, they usually do that.
Yeah, that was rough. All right, anyways, to the AL West now. I have the Houston Astros winning it.
Texas Rangers.
That's not a bad pick.
Texas Rangers.
That's not a bad pick. I don't hate that. And you'll see why when we get to our playoff predictions. I don't hate that. Second, I got the Texas Rangers.
Houston Astros.
Yeah, I don't know. The Rangers, I just see some
Bro, who is the fifth team in this division? Athletics, Rangers, Astros, Angels.
And in third place, I got the Mariners.
Of course. Mariners are third. They have a great pitching staff. They can't hit for nothing.
Yeah, that offense. Oh, the thing is, can Julio Rodriguez get back to 2023 form? That's the thing. If I see the Mariners making the playoffs, can Julio Rodriguez get back? And that offense as a whole. Can Randy Arozarena get back to his Rays form? Yeah.
Man.
Boy, Mariners got to figure out something offensively. Fourth place, I have the Athletics.
I as well have the Athletics in fourth place.
And then fifth place, I got the Angels.
I also have the Angels in last.
Boy, the Angels.
I want the Angels to succeed. I like some of the guys they have. They just can't with the team they have around them.
Yeah, and plus losing Shohei Ohtani for literally nothing also hurt them as well. Because Artie Moreno likes to overspend on guys, too. And we'll see about Anthony Rendon. I mean, who knows what
He's going to quit baseball.
Yeah, it's a 9-to-5 job for him, too.
Yeah, literally.
So, all right, let's go to the National League now. So, first starting off with the NL East. Me, personally, give me the New York Mets.
Nah. The Atlanta Braves.
Okay, I could definitely say that, too. I got the Braves finishing second.
Dude, I don't know why I'm catching a blank. Mets, Braves, Marlins, Nationals,
Phils.
Phillies.
Yeah.
Nah. Phillies in second.
I mean, I think what the Mets did last year in first place is, like, the thing, like, and plus they got Juan Soto and also other company, too. I mean, the Mets are boom or bust, but also they could disappoint, just like, that's a Mets thing to do. I would also not be surprised at that. Third place, they got the Phillies.
Mets in third place.
Yeah, I mean, Mets is kind of hard because, of course, the Mets have so much talent. But yet again, they could also Met and completely implode.
Look what happened to Juan Soto on the Padres. What did they do?
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Yep. The Mets are either going to become one of the best teams in baseball or they're just going to be frustratingly mediocre. And, yeah, it might turn it into 2020.
I assume we both have the same fourth and fifth place.
Fourth, Nationals?
Nationals, Marlins.
Fifth, Marlins. I mean,
the Marlins are atrocious.
The Marlins... guys.
Oh!
Alright, yeah, you fix that.
What just happened? Nothing.
Ah! I think a notification happened. But anyways, the Marlins are blowing it up for the 5th time in 20 years. Like, why?
Literally.
What is going on in South Beach right now? Like,
yeah.
Hey, at least you got the Florida Panthers. I guess.
Yuri Perez. He's gonna go like 8-14 with a 3 ERA as a 22-year-old.
Yeah,
and the only reason he's gonna do that is because his hitting isn't gonna help him.
Yeah, and Xavier Edwards is also just getting a random cycle as well.
I like him. He's gonna get traded to a contender.
Yeah, especially that random cycle against the Brewers.
On an infield single to get the cycle.
Like, what the heck? Like, where was this any other time? The Brewers went 2-4 against the Marlins last year. Like,
you guys are goobers,
bro. Alright, so anyways.
NL Central, the Chicago Cubs are getting first place. No in between.
Yeah, I'm a Brewers fan. I'll stick with it. I know they lost Willie Adames. I know they lost Devin Williams, but I don't know. They're getting Brandon Woodruff back in April. They're getting Christian Yelich back. I think they can hold on. But second place, I do have the Cubs.
Second place, I have the Pittsburgh. I'm just kidding. Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, I think the Cubs are going to be a much more improved team. My thing is, can the offense stay consistent, and can they fix the bullpen? That's the thing. How's the bullpen going to be? I like the Ryan Presley pickup for them, but how's that bullpen going to be? That's basically going to be the main thing about how far the Cubs go. Meanwhile, in third place, I got the Cardinals.
Cincinnati, third place.
Again, not a bad pick, but my thing about the Reds is, can they be consistent for once?
Probably not, but
yeah,
hey,
exactly.
If Ellie De La Cruz can hit above 220 batting average while hitting 20 home runs.
And basically the whole entire team. Like Spencer Steer, looking at you.
Christian Encarnacion Strand.
Yeah, him too. But everybody.
Nick Lodolo.
Yeah, pitching staff too. Hunter Green's going to be great, but who else is going to step up? And Alexis Diaz, can you be consistent? I mean,
closer. Yeah.
All right, and then fourth place, I got the Pirates.
Really?
I think the Pirates are going to improve.
I
like the young talent that they're developing.
I have the Cardinals in fourth place.
And I got the Reds in fifth place.
I have the Pirates in fifth place.
Honestly, 3 through 5 is interchangeable. I'm just going to say that right now. Reds, it's all about can you stay consistent. And I don't know. Something about me is that the Reds are going to be up, down, up, down, up, down in this competitive NL Central.
Up, down.
And I think the Cardinals will be better than last year. I think Mason Wynn is a dog. And I think...
No. He throws like 100 miles an hour, but oh well. Who cares?
Yeah, and then the Pirates, I love their young pitching staff. I love Paul Skeens.
Jared Jones is overrated.
Jared Jones. Yeah.
They do have that Bubba Chandler guy that's going to be up this year, but he throws 100.
And
but
plus, the hitting core is not bad. The hitting core is like the Reds, too. They're on and off, too.
who do they have? T. Brian Hayes?
O'Neal Cruz, Andrew McCutchen.
Andrew McCutchen, I have every respect for him, but he's like 40. Man, O'Neal Cruz is going to bat like 190 with 30 home runs. He's going to be like Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see that happening. Pirates tend to do that stuff too. So I would not be surprised to see that. So anyways, that's the NL Central. We're gonna be bantering all throughout the summer. Yeah, it'll be a great time. NL West.
If we don't have the exact same standings, I'm going to be so mad.
Yeah. Dodgers. Padres. Diamondbacks. Giants. Rockies. Okay. We agree on something.
The only one that you might be able to interchange, actually, I feel like Giants and Diamondbacks might be closer than you think. But the only one that I think is actually interchangeable is 4th and 5th place. The Rockies, if they just go absolutely ballistic at Coors, then... never mind. They just traded away Nolan Jones. Never mind. They aren't going... Never mind. No. They are getting last.
I mean, Ryan McMahon.
Dude, save that man!
Yeah.
So like Zach Veen and the Gonzalez rookie. Those two are going to be some fun watch. Dude, what's his name? No, it's Fernandez. His last name is... I don't even know. But... they have some young guys. Ezekiel Tovar.
Oh my!
Zach Veen.
You love Ezekiel Tovar.
Brenton Doyle. I love Gold
Brenton.
Glove. Austin Beck.
There's another Brendan too.
Brendan Rodgers isn't on that team anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Again, they bring up Drew Romo, Michael Tolia. If he could start hitting well. The Rockies, this is a development year. If Chris Bryant can get back into himself, put him at DH so he doesn't get hurt. It's a big development year. And then you bring up your draft pick from 2 years ago. I forgot his name, but he's the dog. He throws like 98. But yeah, other than that, Padres, they're going to be amazing, but you can't compete with the Dodgers.
Luckily, they did save Elias Diaz and put him on the Padres. So, yeah, if the Padres couldn't get any better, like, I love Elias Diaz. Especially when he...
home run in the All-Star game?
2 years ago, 2023, and All-Star MVP, dude. That was awesome. So, anyways, now let's take a look at the playoff positionings here. So, we're going to start off with the AL. So, my first place, I have the Astros.
My first place, the White Sox.
Well...
Can't be first place. I have the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay, that's not bad. I can actually see that happening. Second, I got the Yankees.
Second place, I have the Astros.
Wait, wouldn't it be fourth?
Oh, duh.
You have the Rangers winning.
Rangers. Sorry,
Rangers.
I got confused.
Yeah, the Rangers in second. All right.
You said Astros
because
I was thinking division AL West winner.
Yeah.
And I did not think right.
Yeah, you had the Rangers winning, so it'd be a second. Third, I got the Royals.
Third, I have the Guardians.
All right, and then fourth, I have the Orioles.
Fourth, I have the Yankees.
Fifth, I got the Rangers.
Fifth, I have the Astros.
And sixth, I got the Guardians.
Sixth, I have the Royals.
So, yeah, basically we have the same exact playoff teams.
It's all the same teams, except they're all different.
Yes.
Because we both have different division winners. Yeah. So it's like all of my division winners are the wild card teams, and all of his division winners are my wild card teams.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, and then this is where things are going to get juicy. The NL. All right, here we go. Number one, okay, can we just agree? The Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Don't overthink it. Second, okay, this is where things get. I got the Mets.
I have the Braves.
And third, I got the Brewers.
Third, I have the Cubs.
Alrighty, and then fourth, I have the Braves.
Fourth, I have the Padres.
Fifth, I got the Phillies.
Fifth, I have the Hold on, I'm drawing a blank. I said fourth was Padres, right?
Yeah.
So fifth, I have the Phillies. Sorry, I was drawing a blank.
And you're going to hate me for this. Sixth, I got the Padres.
So the Cubs aren't making the playoffs?
No. They'll be close, but...
Fine, no, I'm kidding. The Brewers are getting sixth.
Okay. Well, okay, I could see the Cubs are definitely going to compete this year, but oh my gosh, that NL is loaded. The NL is loaded. I think it's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna come down to the final day between the Brewers and Cubs.
And the best team I have not making the playoffs is the Mets, as well as the Diamondbacks. Those are the only two teams that might compete for that final wild card spot. But yeah, that's all I got.
Mine, I got the Cubs and Diamondbacks are my best non-playoff teams. But I mean, again, I would put the Cubs if they weren't in the NL. Dude, that NL team, that conference is wild. All right, so let's go through our playoff predictions with those standings in mind. So first, we're gonna start off in the AL. I'm gonna start going first. The 6-seeded Guardians against the 3-seeded Royals. I like. Ooh, where did I go with this one? I like. I'm drawing a blank.
We didn't write this down. We're trying to do this out of our brain.
Yeah. I think I have the Royals winning in 3. I have the Royals winning in 3. What's your 6-3 matchup?
So my 6 is the Royals and my
Guardians.
3 is the Guardians. I'm gonna go an upset here. I think since the Royals didn't win the AL Central, I think they get a win in a 6-3 matchup, and they get a win in 3.
All right, and then mine, I got the 5-seed Rangers against the 4-seeded Orioles. Rangers in the sweep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So my 5 was the Astros. And wait, so it's 5 versus 4?
Yeah.
So my 4 was the Yankees. Yankees in a sweep.
Really? Against the Astros? All right. I see that. All right, and then we go to the NL. 6-seed Padres against the 3-seed Brewers. I'm a Brewers fan, so I'm going Padres in the sweep. Like, I've seen this Brewers team, like, we've always sucked in the wild cards. We always tend to choke in the wild cards. So we're going to do it again. Padres sweep us.
6-seed Brewers versus the 3-seed Cubs. That was mine. Uh-oh. I got Cubs in 3. I can't down on my guys. I got Cubs in 3.
Yeah, and plus how the Brewers have been in the wild card recently. Yeah, you also got to take that into consideration. All right, and then I got the 5-seed Phillies against the 4-seed Braves. Give me the Phillies in 3.
I have the 4-seed Padres versus the 5-seed. What was it? Phillies. Braves in 2. Sweet.
Ooh, interesting there. All right, and then we go on to our divisional series matchups. So I got the 5-seed Rangers against the 1-seed Yankees. You know what? Give me the Rangers in 5. I like it.
So what would my 1-seed? What would my 1-seed matchup be? It'd be the Orioles versus.
Who'd you have winning between the Astros and the Yankees? Oh, you had the Yankees, right?
So yeah.
So it'd be the Yankees and Orioles.
Orioles in 5.
Ooh, alrighty. And then my 3 against 2 would be the Royals against drawing blank.
I got mine though.
Okay, you go first.
Mine would be the Royals against the Rangers. I have the Royals in 5.
Royals in 5. Oh, I have the Royals and Astros. I got the Astros in 4. Okay, and then for the NL side, I have the 5-seed Phillies against the 1-seed Dodgers. Give me the Dodgers in 4.
1-seed Dodgers versus the. Oh, what was mine? Mine was the 4.
Braves. I think you had the Braves beating the Phillies, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah. Wait. Where'd you have the Padres at?
They were
4-seed.
Oh yeah, no, it was Braves versus
Padres, and you had wait.
Yo, I confused. Wait,
who is
chat. Wait, what's going on?
Wait, who is your NL East winner?
The Braves.
So it would be Phillies and Padres, and who'd you have winning between the Phillies and Padres?
The Padres.
Okay, so it'd be Padres and Dodgers.
Damn, that's a good matchup.
Those two always show up in the divisional series.
That's it. Dodgers in 5. I mean, That was what it was last year, right? The Dodgers.
Dodgers in 5.
Yeah.
And then when they faced off a couple years ago, it was the Padres in 5. So, yeah.
All right, and then your.
And then mine, I have. Oh yeah, the 6-seed Padres against the 2-seeded Mets, and that one I have the Mets winning in 4.
All right, and then my other matchup would be the Cubs as the 3 seed versus the. Oh wait, Cubs versus. What is it? The 2 seed?
2 seed, yep. That'd be the Braves.
Braves.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta do it. Braves in 4. I gotta do it.
All right, and then our ALCS, I got the 5-seed Rangers against the 2-seed Astros. Take me back to 2023. Rangers in 7.
Damn. Royals 6 seed making all the way to ALCS against the number 1 seed Orioles. Give me the Royals in 7.
Oh my goodness. The Orioles just cannot beat the Royals. Interesting. And then my NLCS, I have the 2-seed Mets, 1-seed Dodgers. Give me the Dodgers in 6.
Mine would be the Braves and Dodgers. Give me the Braves in 7.
Ooh.
Give me the Braves in 7.
Interesting. And then my World Series matchup, 5-seed Rangers, 1-seed Dodgers. And you know what? The power of Bruce Bochy and friendship. Do not doubt Bruce Bochy in the playoffs. The Rangers are doing what the Giants did in 2010, 12, and 14. Rangers did in 2013. It's going to continue in 2025. They're going to do it in 2027. Rangers in 6.
Damn.
And yours?
Royals and Braves. Well, that's a good match. I like that. That would be a good game. I love Ronald Acuna. But you know what? The 6 seed. Give me Bibby Watt going to the World Series and getting the win. Bibby Watt in 6. The Royals are your World Series champions for the first time since 2015. We don't even need a phone charger anymore. The Royals are winning the World Series.
We're ready. We're ready for baseball season.
We are ready for baseball season.
We're ready. This Thursday is going to be a blast. The Brewers play the Yankees on ESPN. Who the
Cubs play the Diamondbacks at 9 o'clock. Bro! Oh, Allie.
Don't worry. We have to be up anyways for the podcast anyways. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyways, that will do for MLB. So, yeah. So now let's move on to our last segment of the day. Dre, do you have some picks for us?
I do not, but I want to review some of the picks I had yesterday. So Anthony Davis ended up playing, which kind of sold some of my picks. PJ Washington did not get his points, but Kai Jones got over his PRA and his rebounds, so that's good. The 76ers, Terrence Edwards? No, that's the guy from Louisville.
Yeah.
Justin Edwards, the guy from the 76ers, had over his points. And then Kobe White obviously had over his points. But my long shot play of the day of Kai Jones double-double, 1 rebound away. If you would have put him with Chuma Okeke, they were both 1 rebound away. I don't even know what that multiplier would be, but Okeke was 5.82 times, and Kai Jones was 3 point something. If you'd have put those two together and they both got 1 more rebound, you would have made yourself some money. And I was thinking about doing that. Because I'm him. I'm ready. But yeah, that's really it. Tomorrow, a lot of good matchups. I do like Walker Kessler over his rebounds, though. I don't know exactly who they play again, but he's been dominating. But all I'm going to say is, if you are going to bet responsibly. I've been doing better. Do not chase your losses. I have learned that from experience. If you lose, put the phone down, go outside, do something else. Do not put in a bet that's going to lose you more money.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
And now I'm just dropping the phone and stepping outside for a little bit.
Yeah. So, and then there's always tomorrow. Do not gamble yourself out of money, though. See, even Allie thinks that. Well, guys, if that's all for today.
Yep.
Allie, say bye. You're supposed to say bye.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Bye.
the MD After Dark mascot.
Allie, Diddy. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah.
Yeah, so again, that'll do it for today. We're
Honestly,
gonna finish around an hour.
Yeah, honestly, the second take was actually more fun anyways. So yeah.
Yeah, MLB predictions got us hyped up.
Yes, sir.
We're ready. Guys, we're ready.
Could be a fun MLB season.
Not only MLB season, but dude, it's just a great time to be a sports fan after all. I mean, NFL is still continuing the free agency stuff, and they're going to enter the NFL draft pretty soon in April. College basketball right now, the March Madness continues. Got Sweet 16 and Elite 8 going on later in the week. And then, of course, NBA and NHL are finishing up their regular season soon in April. Stanley Cup playoffs for the NHL. NBA's got their playoffs. And then, of course, the MLB season is starting. And college football is just going to hang around for a little bit. So, yeah. Anyways, it's a great time to be a sports fan. Enjoy it. The madness. March. One of the best times of the year. All right. So, yeah, that'll do it. Once again, I'm Michael Hearn here with Andre Tainer. And we'll see you all in the next one.
Episode 10 tomorrow!
Yes, sir. It'll also be live. And we might have a guest if we can find one.